Willie, come. Hey, kids. How's everybody out there in YouTube land? Come on, dog. Get in here. Come on. Come on, come down. I tell you what, it's blowing a hoolie out there right now. The wind has been blowing pretty good right at the moment. Blowing the bay up. We've got 16, 17 mile an hour constant winds with gusts going up into, well up into 25, I would say. I don't have a wind meter, so I can't say for sure, but yeah, sorry about that. I am on anchor watch, and I was just trying to check some things out. So I'm a little late this evening, and I apologize for that. So hey Frank, hey Country Cruiser, hey Rick. Hey, it's Star Knight. I changed my name. All right, Star Knight. Hey, Rick Solo. Either way, hello. Hey, Chief. What's up? Hey, Cocoa Puffs. Alan, Mary, hello. Smoking. What's going on? How's the anchor? Oh, the anchor's holding. The anchor is holding so far. So, you guys figure out what place you're in. What place I'm in? What do you mean by that, Steve? Hey, Michael P. What's up? Hey, Wood Beast. I just blew some wind myself. Yeah, I did too, come to think of it. Oh well, TMI. But yeah, the wind's blowing pretty good. It started blowing up this afternoon. And so I'm kind of on anchor watch. I have my anchor alarm set here on the boat. And we're trying to monitor things. So hey, David. Hey, 12 degrees. And of course, just as I said that, the wind stopped. Oh, that's so surreal. The wind has been howling all day long, and now it just stopped. I mean, it was like someone threw a switch. Oh no, it's freshening again. All right. Well, anyhow, I've been on anchor watch trying to make sure I don't drag. I was concerned about that. So, are the number one people at the beginning of the chat? Oh, okay, I see. How far are you from where you were on the ball? I am about 150 yards south of that. Not very far at all. So, hey Noello, how you doing? Hey Pilot, what's up? Well, you're the only one drinking at the moment, but we'll correct that here in a little bit. Woodbeast made me spit on my screen. Woodbeast, why did you do that, man? Why did you do that? Hey Cam Jeff, what's up? Hey Billy, hey Cam, hey Dave Wallace, how you doing, man? Whack job, killer animal, lock 'em up. Okay, Dave Wallace, there you go, man. Whack job, animal killer, lock 'em up. Okay, who are you referring to, man? I have no idea what you're talking about. Bye, Dave W. Bye-bye, Wallace. Yeah, well, I'm hoping Wallace was just making a funny joke or something there, but I don't know. Michael, it's all good, man. It's all good. I know who my friends are and who they aren't. And my friends are allowed to poke the bear a little bit from time to time. That's okay. I don't mind. I know it comes from a place of love and respect from some people. Some people are just assholes, but that's their prerogative. So, uh-oh, I said a bad word. Hey, Seabiscuit, how you doing? Hello, Christine71, what's up? What's up? So we're down below today because if I was up on deck, you guys wouldn't be able to hear anything from me. Hey, Woodbeast, I know you're a friend, ma'am. David Deere, how you doing, man? Hey, Country Cruiser, any plans for a makeshift snubber? No, not at the moment, but I just put brand new anchor line out there on the up on the bow, and so what I really need rather than a snubber is a chafe guard. I'd like to add a chafe guard on, but yeah, I've got to do some work up on my bow before I worry about a snubber. So, your friend and fan. Well, thanks, Palm Limit. Appreciate that, man. That's just wind, Woodbeast. That's all wind. It's blowing a hoolie outside. Hi, Carl. Can I have a shout out if you remember me from CYC? I don't, but okay. How you doing, ma'am? So a shout out to ECM Gaming, I guess. Okay, what's CYC? I'm not registering that. Wallace channel doesn't have any content. Okay, hey Palm Lemon Pilot. Saw someone that made a snubber from bunny cords. Oh, poor bunny rabbits. Bungee cords. Here, I thought someone tied a whole bunch of rabbits together and made a rope out of them. I could see somebody doing it. There's some people out there that would do that. So, Cornwall Yacht Club. Oh, right. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes. Hey, man, how you doing? I'm glad you made it here to one of the live streams. So, for those of you guys that don't know, Cornwall is the yacht club I went to after I lost my anchor. So, Kim, Miss Lily is doing absolutely fine. Wascally Wabbit. Yep, I'll show you Miss Lily. She's doing her favorite thing, which is laying down there on the cold floor. Now, for those of you guys that are interested, you see my thermometer right there? My thermometer is one of those indoor-outdoor thermometers, and so what I did is I put one of the outdoor thing, I put it down on the floor, not too far from where Miss Lily is. And with my hatch open, the breeze comes in, goes down. In fact, I'll show you here. See these open boxes of cardboard here where I've got my pop? Look at the lids. See how the lids are fluttering in the wind? So the wind comes in through the front hatch, goes down onto the floor, blows against the floor, and then up and out through the companionway here. Also, with the thermometer down there, I keep my bilge now pretty full of water because it helps transmit the cold from the bay here into the boat. It's 69 degrees. The water is 69 degrees. So, with my thermometer down on the floor, it's 70 degrees on the floor of my boat. In fact, my feet right now are just a little chilled at 70 degrees. Right where I'm at this level, it's 85 degrees. So I have a 15-degree temperature drop from here to the floor. Go figure why the dog likes laying on the floor. It's nice and cool for her there. So, she's just a great pooch. She is. Ignore the trolls. We're trying, man. We're trying. She's just a great pooch. Yeah, Kim, how are the doodles? You have a friend in me, Carl. Well, I hope so, Mary. I hope so. I'd like to think that way. Looks like you're getting a break in the weather. We have rain coming in tomorrow, and yes, we are much cooler temperatures. Although it did get up to 92 degrees today earlier. At this level, it was still 70 degrees on the floor. But yeah, it got a little warm earlier today, but it wasn't that bad at all, actually. So, last time I chatted with Vicky, the boys were doing great. Good deal. Does water in the bilge promote growth of mold? Asking out of ignorance. You know, Michael, it might. It might. I've not seen any down there, so I don't know. I'll have to go down and re-look. But, you know, the water builds up. I flush it out a lot. I mean, I pump the bilge out a lot. Right now, I'm keeping a little water in the bottom of the bilge just to keep the boat cold, or cooler anyway. But I've not seen any mold, but I imagine I'm. ECM Gaming, man, thanks for the shout out. All sail safe. Hey, man, thanks for the super chat donation, man. I appreciate that. $2. Thanks, man. Hey, Tom Travis, Pilot, what's up? Don, chlorine in the bilge. That's a good idea, Don. Yeah, I should throw a cap or two of chlorine down there. It wouldn't hurt anything to do that. So, send some chilly 70 to San Diego. Forecast for inland San Diego tomorrow, sweltering 110. Ouch. Well, that's why I don't live in Southern California. Not that much if you keep the cabin aired. No, we keep the hatch open and the back door open here so it blows through nicely. Anchor lights working yet? No, the anchor lights aren't working yet. Hi, Carl. Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. Hey, Tom. Cool. Bobby's now in New Guinea. Yes, that's what I understood, Pilot. Hey, Caroline. How you doing? No problem. Thanks, ECM Gaming. All right, caught up with the chat. So, today, I had a fun day today. I went over to West Marine and I got my rod rack. Notice the rod rack up on the ceiling. I mounted a rod rack up there. I've got room for 6 rods. I have 6 rods up there. And I still have to break out all of my fly rods. So I think I'm going to try to get another one of these rod racks and put it up on the other side. This one holds 6 rods beautifully, and I'm going to try to put the other one up so I can hold my fly rods. Now that's sexy, huh? Yeah, there you go. Ooh, baby. There you go. Nice fishing rods mounted up there. Yeah. Look at that. I still have to dig out my big saltwater reels. I don't know where they are. I actually have to find them. They're in a bag someplace in here, so. That's cool, good job. Howdy, Carl and friends, looks great. Smick looks very neat. It is very neat, yep. Although I was kind of bummed, this rod right here, this white one, it broke one of the, you guys can't see what I'm pointing at. This one here, it broke this eye, so I need to fix that one. And this rod right here, it broke the tip off of it with the way I had them stored. Apparently they weren't as secure and safe as I'd hoped them to be. So the big boat rod, this is actually a cheap, it's an old Shakespeare sturdy stick. It's a cheap rod. I'm probably just going to go ahead and replace that. But the other one I'm going to put a new tip on. I have a whole bunch of tips, so I'm going to get them put on there. So we'll get that fixed. Looks great. Well, thanks, Carolyn. Hey, Carrie Duvall, how you doing? Yeah. I like a nice rack. Hey, Carrie, I like a nice rack too. Rod racks too. Yeah, disturbance number 1, 30% chance of cyclone formation next 48 hours. Keep your eye on it, Carl. Well, thanks, David dear. I appreciate that. Yes, I am. I've been watching VentuSky. I'm watching the forecasted wind speeds. If it starts getting much worse than this, I'm going to drop back onto a mooring ball again and tie onto a mooring ball. Not that that's going to be a whole lot better, but the good news is that one of my good friend, viewer, kind of supporting type people is sending me money actually, so I can buy a new anchor. He contacted me today and was concerned about it, and so he's sending me enough anchor money to go buy a new anchor. So I was looking at anchors today, and I'm trying to decide what to buy, but I'm going to have to pick up something pretty good size. So. Anybody follow White Spot Pirates? Where is she? No, she just wrote a book. Yeah, I've been following her, but I've not been watching any of her videos in a while, so. Hit like so we can overwhelm the naysayers. Thumb down, or there you go, Don. Have not heard from White Spot Pirates since her movie came out. Oh, I didn't know she had a movie out. Country taking a break. She'll be back soon. Okay. Thumbs up is free. Rockna, Palm Limit. Okay. Actually, the Rockna was one of the anchors I was looking at today. Man, they're spendy though. I'm trying to look for something around 33 pounds for my 29-foot boat. I think a 33 pound would be about right. Rocknort and Mantis, but I think they're both kind of pricey. Yeah. Well, he's sending me enough money to buy any anchor I want, actually. Like I said, really nice guy. So I'm trying to look at that. And the wind just quit again. That's so weird. So I was thinking about getting one of the Rocknas, a Rockna 33 or something along those lines. But I'm glad to see a lot of people were talking about the Rocknas. That's kind of what I was thinking would be my best chance. So, hey, Weigold, how you doing, man? I got your comment. I saw that earlier, and I agree with your position. Just want to I'll put it out there that way, okay? So, but it's all good, man. It's all good. So. And then the other thing is, I got a lead on a little person. I need a midget. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh about that, but I need a little person to get down inside my lazarette where they can reach up to the bolts that hold the stanchions on, so I can remove my push pit. Doug's got everything organized so we can do the welding. We got the right welding rod. We got the right gas. We just got to get this parts of the boat over to Doug's, and I need someone really small who can get down there and hold a wrench on the bottom while I use a wrench up on top. And so, but I got a lead on a guy, or line on a guy. I called him. I'm waiting for him to get back to me. And man, that sun's bright. So hopefully we'll get the push pit down and get it welded. And once I get the push pit welded, I'll be able to, while it's being welded and getting that done, I'm going to fix the fiberglass back there. We'll get it up, we'll get the lifelines up, we'll get the netting on the lifelines, and that'll make me feel a bit more comfortable about me slowly walking around the boat. So, vertically challenged. Yeah, cool guy about the anchor. You have great supporters. Seabiscuit, I really do. It's absolutely amazing. I didn't expect that today. He just called me up out of the blue, and he said, so Carl, how big an anchor do you need for your boat? And I'm like, well, I'm looking at this Rockna 33. It's kind of what I was thinking. And they're like, $260, $270, depending on where you buy them at. And he goes, okay, well, I'm going to put X number of money in your account, so you'll have enough money to cover that and whatever else you think you need. Go buy some gas cans or whatever else you think. And so that's what he's doing. So pretty amazing, pretty amazing. But yeah, there's some awesome good folk out there, and it's sort of humbling to be around all these people that are so wonderful. But yep, so we'll get a new anchor up, and then I'll take my old anchor and revert it back to a spare. So cool. Rockna is latest technology and holding power. Okay, cool, good to know. Get the real deer. They're imitations that are cheaper, but they don't work. Okay. Not sure if you saw my comment above. I stepped away for a minute. Yeah, Frank, I didn't see that actually, but okay. Hey Frank, hey Mary, more chain. You know, Smoking, that wouldn't be a bad idea too. Maybe pick up another 20, 30 feet of chain to add to that. Go to a full 50 feet of chain. Of course, 50 feet of chain and a 33-pound anchor might be a little taxing for the guns, so I don't know. But yeah, an extra 30 feet of chain or so would help. But for what it's worth, I call out the fake Sailing Doodles comment and some other channels. I'm still a mod for Sailing Doodles and will defend them. Thanks, Pilot. I appreciate that, buddy. I do appreciate that. So, donations with no strings attached, Carl. Yeah, no strings attached. Just straight out donation. So, 420 stopped yanking his chain. Okay. Why is 420 yanking my chain? Oh, yanking his chain. Okay, I get it. Never mind, Don. I'm a little slow. Vice grips inside. Vice grip. What do you mean, vice grips inside? I'm not understanding that. Every channel I watch use Rockna. I've seen some channels throw away a mantis in favor of Rockna. If you look at how they're designed, they can't help but hook. Yeah, Palm Limit, I agree. You'll sleep better with more chain. Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. Yep. Although I have to admit, up until tonight, I was sleeping just fine on my anchor because the wind wasn't blowing very good. And I know when I set my fluke anchor that I have, I back the boat down on it. For those of you guys that don't know, what you do is you look at your depth. At low tide, I'm at 11 feet. At high tide, I'm at about 16 feet. About 4 or 5 feet of tide here. So that's what they told Scrooge. And so what I did is I looked at my depth, and so I have 20 feet of chain on my anchor, and then I figured from there I needed 50 feet of line, of road, where you can't get. Oh, I see what you're saying. Put some vice grips up in there to hold the nut. Well, then I would probably still need someone to hold the vice grips. Well, maybe there's enough of a spot up in there to do that. Yeah, that might work, but still, I can't get myself up in there, so it doesn't matter. I still need some small enough person that could reach the nut. I wouldn't be able to reach up in there anyway, so it's way too small for my fat butt to get in there, man. So I appreciate that, Jim, though. Is fixing the fiberglass in a marina a possibility? You said would be less than a day. I think I'm going to be able to pull over to the town dock to fix the one crack that I have in the side that I need to worry about. This stuff up on deck, I can do that right here from the anchor. I would go the next size down, huh? Well, I don't know. What, 20 feet of chain is 20 pounds, roughly about a pound per foot. So that'd be 20 pounds. So that'd be 55 pounds of chain and anchor. I could pull that easy enough. So, old farmer, man. I've been carrying 100-pound sacks of feed for a long time. So I think I could manage 50 pounds of anchor and chain. I don't think I'd want to go much bigger than that, but I could handle that. And the nice thing about that, Akula, is, I can have that up on deck as my main anchor, but when it's easy like this, it's easy for me to go ahead and put out, a day anchor or something and be prepared for that. So, from a thunderstorm seems open body of water where you are. I am in an open body of water, Bill. And it doesn't look like we're going to get too high of winds, no higher than what I'm experiencing right now. And my anchor is holding just fine right at the moment, so not with the tide. Yeah, cool. I think, because that would give me 70 feet with 15 feet of tide. That should be about right. Somewhere with a 5 to 1 or 7 to 1 purchase. So anyhow, I let the anchor down. I ran out the chain. I ran out the line. I cleated it off. I got back in the boat here in the cockpit, put it in reverse, and I gave reverse hell. I mean, I gave it full throttle in reverse and kept it full throttle in reverse, and the boat didn't move anywhere. I could not back it up. I couldn't get it to move. So I think my anchor is very well set. It's just a small anchor. So Thanks for explaining. I was just going to ask about anchoring. All right, Caroline, well, there you go. Thanks for tip of the hat back. Jim, great idea. Maybe a long pony clamp like I use for woodworking. Hey, Rick Rhymes, how are you? Maybe consider a sliding anchor road weight. Sliding anchor road weight. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea, Mike. Just add a little extra weight out there. That way, and for those of you guys that don't know, you can actually thread your anchor line through a sliding weight that slides up and down the line, like a extra 20 or 30 pound weight. And what that does is it gives weight down to the line and holds it down so that you get a better pulling arc when you're pulling against that anchor. It adds a little weight, and so it increases the angle of the pull as the chain and anchor are being dragged on the surface. But what's really nice about it is it's attached to its own line, so you can pull that up and remove that weight from your anchor and chain. That's a really good idea, man. I think I may look into one of those. That's a really good idea. That way I don't have to add 30 feet of chain onto it. I just go ahead and add, 30 pounds on a sliding anchor. That's a really good idea, man. Thank you for that, Mike. I appreciate that. If you can't get enough body, cut an access panel. If you can't get enough, oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'd have to be cutting all kinds of holes in the side of the boat. I don't want to do that. Have you looked into a used windlass on eBay? I have not, no. Might be something worthwhile looking at. So, upon price, do you like or mind rough seas? I do not like rough seas. I have no choice but to mind them because I am where I am. If it gets too rough, I'm just going to drop back and grab a mooring ball, but I think we'll be fine tonight. We'll find out come morning, won't we? I have my anchor alarm set, so if the anchor alarm goes off, and I have two of them. I have one on my phone, I have one on my iPad, so if either one of them goes off, I'll wake up and I'll just go up on deck, start the engine, and be able to take control. There's really nobody behind me for probably 300 yards or so I've got room to maneuver should my line break loose. So, yes, I'm using an anchor alarm. Okay. Can also use winch to pull in rode to get to chain. Yes, I'm well aware of that, Mark. I've done that before. These anchor calculations are all new to me. Inland lakes, only drop the anchor, stay put. Yeah, pilot, what you want to do is you want to have scope. They call it scope. And ideally, you want somewhere between a 5-to-1 and a 7-1 purchase. So if for every foot of depth, you want 5 to 7 feet of line out. And what that does is instead of pulling your anchor straight up, it pulls your anchor at a better angle. And so the anchor digs in better. At least that's the physics behind it. So, where's he at? What location? Rick, I am in Manhasset Bay in Port Washington, New York. Currently anchored in, well, it's about high tide now, so about 16 feet of water with good mud holding right here. So, will the boat be rocking tonight? Don, the boat's rocking right now, man. I mean, it's been jumping around all day today. So. I haven't looked and don't know what size he would need. Okay. Hey, Papa, do you follow Chuffed, Australian couple? She's a vet, did a turtle episode. Yes, I have followed them, Country Cruiser. One of my favorite ones, actually. Chuffed Adventures, yep. Were you able to update your iPad today? Kim, sadly, I was not. I went over to Burger King and tried to use their Wi-Fi, and my iPad would not update. So I'm going to make arrangements with Douglas to give me a ride over to AT&T, and I'm going to find out from AT&T what we have to do to make that work. So, did you see my comment about not being able to update on public Wi-Fi? Yes, Don, I did see that, and that may be the problem, Don. I'm going to find out. So, cool, you're on a sailboat. Where are you headed? Well, Rick, at the moment, I'm going to stay here for probably 3 more weeks, two or three more weeks. I'm doing a lot of maintenance work on the boat, doing a little bit of in the water, redo update on the boat. And then after that, I'm going to head out Long Island Sound, up to Connecticut, New England, up through the Cape Cod Canal, up to Boston and that area, maybe as far as Maine. before I turn around and head south, where I'll be coming back through here, and then heading over to Annapolis for the boat show in September, or October actually, and then down to Florida and stuff. So last time I watched one of your vids 2 weeks ago, you had a lady lined up to join you. Is this still happening? Vicky, I don't know. I don't know right now. So I don't think AT&T will help. Probably Apple issue. Well, maybe so. It may be an Apple issue. It may be just something that I have to. It may be some setting on the phone that I don't have in the right position. I don't really know. So I'm going to work on that and see what we can figure out. So, but we'll get that. We'll get that all taken care of, and we'll get it figured out, and we'll get it updated. So, because I really want to set my iPad up. I want to get a swivel mount that I can put in the companionway here, a swing mount, and I want to use my iPad and get it hooked up, run a power cord up to it, and have it set up so that I can have it for navionics on a full power cord all the time while I'm driving the boat. So you just need internet, no public. Well, Billy, that's kind of hard to do. I don't have internet with no public. I need to log in someplace and use their Wi-Fi. Douglas actually offered for me to go over to his house and use his Wi-Fi. So I think when I'm over there, we're going to try that first. We'll go to his house. I'll log in and see if I can update there. So, hey, Jared Coleman, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Well, anyhow, Douglas and I'll probably do that. So, hello, Aiden Widay. How you doing? Aiden Widay. Now, that sounds like an Australian name. I do that. Okay, Billy, you do that too? Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm not sure which that you're referring to. Probably you're referring to going over to Doug's house and using that. So, D Squad at AT&T is a good idea. Yep. I'll bet it will update at Doug's. It may. Yep. Thanks for responding, and I wish you the very best of luck on your travels. Well, thanks, Vicky. I appreciate that, man. What are the topics tonight? Well, so far we've been talking about Wi-Fi. We've been talking about the dog staying nice and cool. We've been talking about the wind blowing here on the boat and some of the projects I've gotten done. So, any phone store should be able to help upload. Yeah, I would think so, Mark. Is it hot and humid where you're at? Virginia's sweltering hot. It was hot and humid, Rick, but wind really picked up this afternoon. In fact, it's been blowing a hoolie here, and now we've got some clouds and stuff rolling in. By 5 a.m., it's supposed to be raining here, so you're supposed to say it like Y Day. Oh, Y Day. Okay, Aiden Y Day. Okay. Well, hello, Aiden Y Day. Yes, in upstate New York, just cooling a little. There you go. Have you had a chance to fish yet? Johnny, I have not. No, I have not. This is your chance. Go for it. Okay. I could send you my Wi-Fi password, but I don't think it would work much good. Yeah, probably not, Pilot. Probably not. Do I have air conditioning? Rick, I do not. No. My last name was Oshek. Okay. Let me change it. LOL. You mentioned when you got the boat, you wanted to move the Traveler. Did you get a chance to? No, Jared. I've actually decided I kind of like the Traveler where it's at. I'm just going to leave it right where it's at. It's in a good place. It's in a spot where I have to step over getting in and out of the boat anyway. It's where it's located right now. It gets a good purchase on the mast, on the boom, rather. And so I'm just going to leave it where it's at. I kind of like where it's at now. So nice to see the chat back to normal. Thanks, everyone. Oh, man, isn't that the case? So, yeah, no air conditioning. Nope. Nope. And I've had people offer to send me money to buy a new air conditioner, and I've turned them down. I've turned down, actually 3 or 4 people already now have offered to send me money to buy an air conditioner. I really don't think I need one. I really don't. It's nice and cool here in the boat. So, going to be a roaster tomorrow here in San Diego, up to 118 in desert, 102 in the beach. Wow. Michael, that's crazy, man. Yes, Mark, nice chat. Over 100 watching and participating. Yeah, 106 right now. 32 thumbs up. Like to see that. Steve Maui recommends Rockna as well. Okay, well, it seems like the general consensus is the Rockna. So I think that's what I'm going to go for is the Rockna 33. And that'll give me plenty of anchor to hold this 29-foot boat. So Although Akula, I think it was Akula that suggested maybe going with something a little smaller. I don't know what the next weight size is from them down from the 33. But I think I can handle the 33. And the idea of using a sliding weight, that's a really good idea. And that would accomplish the same thing as adding more chain. So we had 65 knot winds last night. Time to scrounge some firewood. Wow. I would imagine you would. That's some heavy wind. I hope I'm not going to see anything like that anywhere near up here. Although right now it's blowing, well, it's been blowing 15, 16 miles an hour pretty good all day today. So, yeah, don't go light. Yeah, smoking. I just, those extra few pounds, I just think I'd sleep better. So, you just got the notification I'm live. Yeah, Campbell, that's YouTube for you. So, Alan's best is in El Cajon. El Cajones, you're in the testicles, huh? Next size down is a 22. Yeah, I think that'd be way too light. So, high off from, yeah, if I went down to 22, I might as well just stick with the anchor that I've got. So, it's not much smaller than that. I'd say one day you will get wind like that. Just hide well. Yeah, that's exactly right, Mike. East Lake, okay. Oh, man. How's the weather on the banks? I don't know. I'm nowhere near the banks. I don't know. Ape says, my vintage Admiralty type main anchor weighs about 45 pounds and 5 meters of chain and rope attached to that. I like to work out, but more chain would be hard on the back to pull up without a winch. I would agree with that, ma'am. How often do you live stream? Seems many people know you on here. Yes, Rick, I live stream sometimes twice a day, usually twice a day, once in the morning and 7 o'clock every evening. Cooler than El Cajon, 85 and sunny. Hey, Gene Callahan, how you doing? On Amazon, 22 pound is 280, 33 is 339. Wow. I actually think West Marine has it for less money than that, Michael. I think the 33 was like 290 or something at West Marine. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shop around, find the best price, and then see if West Marine will match it. Makes life a whole lot easier. Either that or I'll just have it shipped to Doug's house. So, top rated marine Wi-Fi booster, Amazon. Yeah, Jim, I've been thinking about that. Don't really have the funds for that right now, but that may come up here very soon. So. Hey, Gene Callahan, what's up? Don't ever stop and you won't need an anchor. Hey, Coach Steve. Yeah, right. Trailblazing using live chats like this is more or less unique. Well, Don, it's enabling us to build a community that I simply wouldn't be able to build if I just did videos all the time and no live streams. So I personally like the interactive capability of this. I think we get to be better, closer friends when you guys get to ask me questions, make comments, and I can respond to them immediately. Frankly, I think more YouTubers should be more interactive with their people. So, 7-ish Eastern time zone. Okay, CB's MRCD. Okay, whatever that means. Peaceful, puff, puff, pass. Yes. Oh man, you potheads on here, man. You potheads. I don't know about you guys. Yes, Rick, I have crew. There's my crew sleeping on the floor of the cockpit here. That's my crew on my 29-foot boat that I live on. Got a decent swivel for that rock then, no shackles. Actually, I have a very good swivel on the end of my chain, Mark. So yeah, I'll probably just switch that over, and then I'll put a shackle on this rock, this anchor, and put it back as my spare. So, yes, Kim, I have the best crew, absolutely the best crew. And it was sort of funny. Earlier today, I was talking to somebody, and they were asking about Lily and what have you. And just as I got done with that conversation, yes, my pup is Yellow Lab, right, Rick? Lily jumped up on me. She jumped up. She put a paw on either side of my head, and she just sort of like grabbed me and gave me a hug earlier today. It was kind of neat. It's the first time she ever really gave him, but she jumped up on me and put her paws on either side of me and gave me a hug. And I just thought that was so nice of her to do that. So, good dog. Hey, Mark, are you using my 55-pound rock now with a swivel and a shackle? Huh. Are you going to try to sail north if the weather permits it or motor up? I'm going to try to sail, John. When I leave here, the boat will have the rigging in perfect shape. And then I'll be able to start sailing. I needed to get here to get some of this work done before I could do that. So, Country Cruiser went, okay, 21, number 1. Yeah, I'm not putting a 220-pound anchor on. Yep, not going to happen, ma'am. I vote for live stream. Well, thanks, Jim. Sean and Julia, yeah, I like their channel. I like Sean and Julia. There's a video named Anchor Test Compilations Anchor Series, SV Pin OP Test, and compares different anchors. Well worth a watch. Actually, 12 Degrees, there's a whole slew of videos where people have tested a number of different anchors. Most of them sponsored by various manufacturers, but I'll try to check that one out. Could you, 12 Degrees, you've got my Facebook, or you've contacted me privately, email, whatever. Could you email me the link to that? Because I'd like to watch that. So, we know Maui's different, yeah. Do you really bathe in the same water you throw your and Lily's turds in? Well, Rusty T, apparently you know very little about septic systems and how they work. It's called solution by dilution. It's a really big bay. I don't pee and poop in the bay. The dog pees and poops up on the deck. That does run into the bay. I don't like jump in and bathe in the water right after that happens. The tide comes in and out here, so it flushes the bay out and cleans it out. So I guess that answers your question, yes and no. You must have needed a hug. I must have spoken. I mean, she must have just felt that way. She just came up and gave me a hug. It was pretty cool. I watch Doodles a lot. He took his dogs to shore all the time. Do you do the same? I take Lily to shore quite often, but not on a daily basis. Right now, I'm trying to get her accustomed to just being on the boat all the time, so that if we go do a big crossing, which we're going to be doing here when I cross Long Island Sound and go up into Boston area, it'll be probably a day and a half sail going out. She's comfortable on board, and right now she's comfortable on board. So tomorrow, the next day, she's going to go ashore and we're going to have a big run. But right now, she just has fun playing here on the boat. Yes, I am. Thought it seems work for me. Yep. I knew Rusty was going to get a lecture. Okay. Not a lot of sail shop experts on the Erie Canal. Well, having sail shop experts on the Erie Canal doesn't do you any good when your mast is down. They can't work on it when the mast is down, so which it has to be on the Erie Canal. So, I have a question. Has anybody ever heard of a BMW diesels? BWM diesels. Huh. Big old lump of an engine, but can't find. I'm not aware of that, Mike. I'm sorry. And you're good at it. Okay. I would just like to have a few questions answered. Well, Rusty Key, that's fine. I don't know where you feel like you have an obligation or I have an obligation to answer your questions, but you're certainly welcome to ask. If I decide that you're a troll, though, you're gone. Does your pup like to swim? Actually, Rick, she doesn't. Surprisingly, she does not like to swim. So she'll, when we're out on the beach or something like that, she'll play in the water a little bit, but she doesn't like to go out and get to swim. So she can swim. She's just not a big fan of it. So how do you feel about your sails and do you trust them? My sails are old, tattered, and no, I don't trust them, Steve. So any more word on your rigging guy? I'm waiting to hear back from him, Country Cruiser. I called the guy. I'm waiting to hear back as to when we're going to get the job done. So he said we had to wait till after the 4th. So it's, today's just the 5th. So I'm not gonna hammer him on it. It's not like I'm in a big rush. I'm going to be here for a couple weeks working on stuff. So, oh well, right there. That's that. Goodbye. Good cow today. Hit the thumbs up, people. There you go. I hear you. So you are on. You are one yo. Okay. And that's what that is. There you go. How much is the tool to shorten the lines? Frank, that's a really good question. I don't know. probably somewhere in the $40 to $50. It's a very specific piece of hardware. It's a very specific crimping tool that has to be used, and then you have to buy the right ferrules that that hold on to that. And I'm no expert in that, so it's one of those things where sometimes it's just better off to, because it's not like it's a tool I'm going to use a lot. You know, it will be a tool I'm going to use once or twice in my lifetime, so there's no point in buying it. I'm just going to go ahead and let him put it up. So you can get swageless studs, don't need a crimper. Yeah, I don't know how you're going to do that when we're talking about a halyard. So, are you just going to fly those sails till you eventually replace them? I am. Yep, Steve, is exactly what my plan is. So, stay lock. Yeah, a stay lock is fine if I was using it for stays and what have you. It's not what I want to have on the halyard, which I have to raise and lower with the mainsail. So, what anchor apps are you using? Oh, man, I don't know. I have a bunch of them. I'm not sure which one I'm using right now. I think it's just called Anchor. I don't think I've seen any particular name on it, but I've had a few of them. I just happen to like this one. I figured out how to work it, and it's working pretty good. So I don't know. You can start anew. Well, hey man, how you doing? And yes, you can start anew. Ferrules are a crimping tool. Will one tool work for all of your lines? But I just have two lines that need to be cut and swaged, man. I don't need it. After I do those two, I don't need it ever again. So it's you back. Okay, whatever. 33-pound anchor with all chain rode isn't that bad. I've hoisted a 35-pound CQR all chain rode a number of times. Very doable if one is in reasonable health. Well, then I won't have a problem with it, Todd. Correction, ferrules need a crimping tool. Yes, ferrules need a crimping tool. Sorry for my grammar, no problem. Makes it hard to understand you, but no problem. Gotcha, as Frank says, okay. Oh, where's my anchor alarm on here? Give me a second here, I'll tell you the name of my anchor thing. Or maybe I won't. Ah, there it is. It's just titled Anchor, A-N-C-H-O-R. It's simply titled Anchor. And, yes, close. And so what you do is you get a little icon, shows where your boat's at, and you set this button here saying that you want to set a perimeter around it, like I just did. Then you take your finger and you kind of pull it down where you think your anchor actually is. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then you can change the size of your field, and I like to reduce it down to, where am I at? Oh, too close. I like to set it at about 150 feet. There, I'm at 150 feet. And that's all it does. And then it tracks where my boat is, and you'll see a little line develop. Now, should my boat go outside of that big circle, it then chimes an alarm. So that's how it works. That's simple. And what I do at night is I plug in both of my iPhone and the iPad into my 12-volt charger, and then it keeps them both powered all night. So what's the weather like in New York? Gene, it is blowing a hoolie out. Bright, clear skies, sunny outside, but the wind's blowing pretty good. So I've been with you since last guy. I remember those days going to fishing gear episode. Have you downgraded since then? Just wondering. No, not intentionally. I've lost a couple rods because they got broken, but no, I've not really downgraded anything. Not as far as fishing gear is concerned. Hey Carl, what's weather? Okay, that seems like you're stuck in heavy rain. No, it's not raining here at all. What you hear is the wind blowing in my shade cover, my tarp that I have over the top. It's just the wind blowing through the top. So, what about Popeye? Someone said Popeye. Am I missing? Yep, I'm missing some chats. Okay. When do we get a catch and cook video? It's a good question, Steve. I don't know. I don't know yet. I may try doing some fishing tomorrow. It all depends on the weather. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so. I've used a coffee can filled with concrete and an eye bolt for an anchor for a small John boat. Carl might need something more, yeah, a little bit more substantial than that, Carrie. Love backwinding, sounds smart. Those are the new, no content on your channel. Yep. I use my old window weights to anchor my John boat. Yeah, well, this is not a little John boat. It's a little bit more than that, but what size iPad do you have, Carl? I can send you a link from the one that I have for my 10.5-inch iPod. Send me what link? I don't know. I don't know how big my iPad is. I think it's about a 5x7, something like that. Sounds like you were off the morning ball. Gene, I'm on anchor, yes. Must be a sailing term, backwinded jib. Yes, it is. Most don't have content with these. Okay. I have a question for previous live streams. I'm not being offensive or smart ass, but what is the reference to drinking Kool-Aid mean? Mike, I think there's a certain number of trolls out there that obviously think I'm full of crap, and I've convinced a whole lot of people that I'm full of crap. And they have essentially drank the Kool-Aid, meaning they believe and support me, even though these trolls think that what I'm doing is crazy. I think that's the best way I can describe that. So, and you know, really, that's really a very bad reference. It's a reference I would never use because it actually has its roots back into a horrific mass suicide where this religious cult guy convinced a bunch of people to drink Kool-Aid and they all died. So it's kind of a nasty reference for people to use, but some of those people that were over there on that hate channel are just that kind of nasty people. Anyhow, lots of stuff going by in the chat. Let me see if I can catch up with it. So, buy all beer or runtime. Buy all beer runtime. Okay, Smoko, we'll see you later, ma'am. Sailor was bragging he has multiple screen names just to troll you. Oh, I'm sure he does, Pilot. What's your music, guys? All kinds of stuff. Only you can prevent V-Buck scams. Okay. Kamali, patch yourself up with bandages, use medkits to restore full health. Okay. Anchors for my 26-foot, 5,200-pound tartan primary 33 Rockna with a 70 feet of 5/16 G43. Oh, that sounds like a nice setup, Todd. Who cares? I enjoy this. There you go. Jonestown. Yes, Gary, that's right. Jonestown. Read the electric Kool-Aid acid test by Tom Wolfe. Okay. Don't stumble. Manson soon. Okay. Oh, Manson's son. Okay. Austin, okay. Whoop. Thanks, that makes sense. It's a colloquial term then. Was that Waco? No, that was not Waco. It's not a hate channel, gee whiz. Frank knows this. Goodbye. Delos must have good-looking aid. Okay, probably do. Mike, drinking the Kool-Aid means falling for the propaganda. There you go, Akula. That's a good way of describing it. So, yes, YouTube and Facebook harbor fake accounts and trolls, in my opinion. Yes, they do. Are effective at long range. Okay, and here's another guy gone. Okay, goodbye. Kula, secondary 22-pound Lumar claw with 20 feet of 5/16 G43 chain, 200 feet. Okay. If you want to know about the Kula, yeah, Jim Jones. There you go. I'm a blues musician. Yeah, really, nobody likes me. Okay, Jonestown from Berkeley, Juice Flavor gone. Yep, reported for harassment. I'm listening to Carl with some Journey playing on the hi-fi. Well, cool. And I'm sorry, guys, it's a little noisy in here. If I'm speaking loudly, it's because it's a little noisier from the wind. So, Oh, Rick, this is this actually isn't all that bad. Sometimes the drama gets pretty good. We had a lot of drama that we had to deal with the channel, and we're nipping that in the butt. So what you're seeing is just some of the residual carryover from that. I find that most trolls took the blue pill instead of the red one. Okay. So here, fine. Okay, sea wind is good. Delos must have good Kool-Aid. Oh, I see. Yes, Delos must have good Kool-Aid. Yep. Baby blue. Okay. One woman survived in Johnstown. That was in 1978. Yes, that's correct. Yep. They had to leave somebody alive to tell the story, I guess, or she just didn't die in the Kool-Aid, the poison that was in the Kool-Aid. Man, my boat's really rocking around, guys. I'm like floating around all over the place here. Guessing I'm happy to leave the origin of the phrase where it is. I've had it explained enough to guess. I don't want to know all the details. There you go, ma'am. Yep. Ignores the trolls. Yep. Mr. Deer. There you go. Okay. Yeah, you can see, I'm going to show you now again on my iPad. I don't know if you guys can see that now, but you'll see the little red squiggly line on there. That red squiggly line is how the wind's moving my boat around inside the anchorage area. So, Congressman was killed, huh? I'm from Germany. Oh, well, das ist sehr gut. I'm part German, but I'm not from Germany. So, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So anyhow, we got all that stuff taken care of. We've got some good jobs we're going to be working on tomorrow. We'll hopefully get some stuff accomplished. And I think things are going great considering all the crap that... Yep. Well, the wind is kicking your butt. Yeah, it's bouncing us around pretty good. I'm red pilled. Sehr gut. Oh, there you go. Danke dir. Okay. Carl, maybe you know who was casting a wind spell. Yeah, maybe. Don't worry about that. Most other boats anchored. No, Bill, I'm not. I'm about the length of a football field away from any other boats. So, downwind of me now. Now, should the wind turn and come out of the west, then I'll be closer to some boats. I have some boats to the west of me, or I'm sorry, to the east of me. But right now the wind's blowing from the south, and I don't really have anybody really to the north of me, so not for a while. Yeah, but if Carl's boat's rocking, he's live streaming. Yeah, pretty much it. I mean, it's been moving here pretty good. You guys don't really see it because I'm down here below, and you know, I mean, you might see this move a little bit, but if I were to open this, I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can. If I were to open that, you guys look out the window. Oh, I got to pull the power cord. You get a better idea how much we're moving around. That boat in the distance is not motoring. That's just the wind moving us around. We'll go one direction and we'll turn around. We'll go the other direction and we're just whipping back and forth. Anyhow, so there you can see a little bit about what I'm dealing with this evening. And why I'm probably not going to sleep very good on anchor watch. So, it is what it is. That's life on board a sailboat. And that's what this channel is all about. It's about the reality of actually living on a sailboat. So, JK, if Carl's boats are okay, I'm feeling kind of seasick. There you go. You're good. Oh, man, I don't speak that much German. You have to translate that, ma'am. What would happen if you went to sleep and the anchor broke free? Well, Rick, I have 2 anchor alarms set up on my electronic devices. That's what this is an anchor alarm. It will make a very loud screeching sound if my boat drifts outside of that circle. You see that circle that's drawn there? Let me back out here a little bit. You can see there where I'm located here in the bay. Okay, that's where I am in the bay here. And so what I did is I have that little circle going around my boat. That circle is about 150 feet any direction from around where my anchor is set. If the boat crosses that line, then the alarm goes off and wakes me up. If it wakes me up, then I go up on deck, start my engine, and then redirect where my boat's going. So, Because that's what would happen. Okay, good anchor, nice view. Oh man, maybe a good time to fish. Looks great, Bo. I love it. You're moving at a good clip. Actually, Frank, I'm just sitting still. That's the water moving past me. I have to start the singing for background music on live streaming. Okay. It's in the sea, yep. Other anchors, a Luke Storm anchor, 50-pound Danforth style, huh? In the middle of nowhere, yep. Yep. Did you make a loud screeching sound when Lily tore your big toe? Carrie, I did actually. I kind of cussed her out because it hurt pretty bad, as you might imagine. So, have you tested the app? I did, Carolyn. As a matter of fact, today, I got my cell phone with me and I went over to West Marine and I got on the water taxi. And, you know, as soon as we pulled away from the boat, it started beep, 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 beep going off. So, yes, it works very well. My plans including Newfoundland, so anchors are oversized. There you go, Todd. Have you seen a shark? No. Well, I mean, yes, I've seen sharks, but nothing swimming around the water here. Looks like he's moving at a good clip. Nope. I am in mud. I'm in mud, Jared. Back when the jib, are you sailing man too? Thanks for that view outside, Carl. No problem, Mary. I mean, we're just, here, I'll stick you guys back up there again. You can see we're just kind of twisting around in the wind here. I mean, that's literally right out the window above my head. Now the wind quit. But you can see how the wind's moving us around. So, it's just life on a small boat, guys. You know, and that's kind of what this channel's always been about. I mean, that's kind of been my plan all along. I mean, this is just a guy without much money sailing in a really crappy little boat, but I'm trying to prove to everybody, yeah, you can do it, man. Anybody could be out here enjoying this life. So, yeah, you got to deal with stuff like windy nights occasionally and that kind of stuff. But, you know, we've got a beautiful sunset going on besides all the wind blowing. And the wind really wouldn't be that noisy, except I put my blue tarp up there for shade. And I probably should go up there and untie it and take it down, and it would be a lot quieter on the boat. So, somebody always asks me what's for dinner during the live stream. Nobody asked me in that tonight. Tonight for dinner, I'm having chicken wings. I bought a package of chicken wings, and I'm going to do chicken wings up on the propane grill tonight, right after the live stream. I'm kind of looking forward to that, actually. And I bring that up because we're getting pretty close to that 1 hour time. So, time for your shout outs. Just great that you're talking with us, love. Okay. With you. Okay, cool, man. I appreciate that. So, anyhow, time for shameless plugs. If you have a YouTube channel, now's the time to go up and say, hey, I got a YouTube channel, check me out, and watch my channel and that kind of stuff. So, what's for cocktails? Billy, I don't know. I haven't had a cocktail yet tonight, so. They're on the kitchen table, William. Okay. Yeah, I haven't had a cocktail tonight. I don't know. I was going to make some stuff. I actually bought some watermelon, and I bought some strawberries. I was thinking about getting a little rum out and making myself a little frozen something or other, but then I shut the generator off through the live stream, so all my ice in the ice maker's melting, but yeah, not chicken thighs, chicken wings. It's all chicken wings, so. Carrie Beth, I'm great. How you doing? Can you call me after the live feed if you have a minute? Frank, I certainly could do that, ma'am. Shout out, let Carl alone and enjoy his dream. Well, no problem. Do you have that Sailrite sewing machine? I do not have a Sailrite anymore, Steve. I had to sell my Sailrite a while ago. I wish I hadn't, but I did, so. Cheers. Restoring Susanna is fun to watch. Yes, it is. After the show on my channel, one time only, hope Carl don't mind me replaying some of his vids to promote his channel. David, dear, I love it. Go for it, man. No problem at all. So, never boiled meat. When you add water to meat, washes away the flavor, in my opinion. Yes. And I'm not boiling the meat. I'm grilling it on my propane grill. So, are you okay, Frank? Okay. I would appreciate a call as well, Carl. Okay. Looking forward to seeing some boat work vids. They're my favorite. Let's see what you can really do. It's not about cooking around a pole. Let us see your savoir faire. Oh, okay. Yes, Vicky, I am filming some of the work that I'm working on, and there will be some videos coming out showing that kind of stuff. So, never understood boiling ribs. Yeah, I never did either. It's a really crazy night here. Okay. That's what I do. Come on my channel has purchased their first boat. Check it out. Hey, all right. SV Compromise. Nice. Nice. Okay, kids. Well, anyhow, we've hit the hour mark, so we're going to go ahead and pull the plug on this. I'm going to go get my chicken wings on the grill and see if I can get them nice and crispy and have myself a decent dinner. But I guess I have a few phone calls to make. So, who was it I'm calling again? Pilot, I think, wanted me to talk to him, and Frank? Never boil meat. I agree. So, your reference to free-range sailing was great. Okay. There to Grandpa Vidal. Okay. Frank, I was kind of worried. Coleslaw and tater salad. Adios. Okay, guys. We'll see y'all later. Be good, be careful, and take good care of one another, kids. We'll talk to you then. Bye.